Greetings and welcome to Let's Develop, Play, I don't know, RPG in a Box. Like I said, I wanted to show off this process a little bit. Nothing too serious so far. I have three, I wouldn't say projects, it's more like 3 levels. I have the first level, what I'm working on now, which is like a sandbox. I just want... I want to create a village, I want to create a cave and a forest. And you walk from the village through the forest to the cave, kill something, get a reward, done. That's kind of like the beginning. The second level I have planned is an adventure game. Because I will learn a lot of the scripting language this has to offer. The dialogue system, I have to reduce the sound a little bit. I have the feeling I'm yelling against the music. This is Celtic Medieval Tavern Music Non-Copyright Volume 3. I don't know. So the second level is an adventure game. I have a little story in mind. Considering it is a horror adventure game, I don't know if this cute voxel graphic will work. But then again, there are a lot of... It depends on how you work with it, I guess. Why an adventure game? Mainly to get, like I said, get to know the scripting, get to know the dialogue system, triggers, get more into the voxeling, and so on and so forth. And then the quotation mark big project would be the RPG that I always wanted to do. I have quite a few ideas for that. As you can see, this is not the... I also removed all of the menu stuff. I don't want to plaster you with that. That's not really necessary, I would say. As you can see, this is not the character I've shown in my video. This is a little smaller dude. And let me check something real quick. 1 second. I need to open Esport. I have to be careful because, like I said, silly me has my surname in my in a lot of things, and I don't want to necessarily show this to the internet because I don't know, people are weird. So I have a few characters here already made in Esport long ago. Let me set this up real quick. You can't see anything. No tools, Python game asset player. Nope. Okay. Asset Vita. So we make this small. We make this small. And here are some characters. I won't make all of it. Then again, I can just... I could just, you know, export them if I'm ready. But I think we will make this little Bart dude here. That may be something. He looks kinda cute. I only worked with a... Is this the EGA color palette that I was working with? I don't know. Nah, it doesn't look like it. I honestly don't know what color palette I used here. Huh. Would be great if you could see it. Anyways. One thing I want... okay. Oh! These videos are not scripted. I speak, like all of my Let's Plays, I speak what's on my mind, and I may jumble around a little bit. I hope it's not too distracting. If it is, let me know, and I try to put a little bit more, you know, structure in it. But for now, we have to deal with the fact that I'm a weirdo. Could be my my ADHD. So yeah, like I said, I want to get used to the voxel editor here. We are doing these with 16 by 16 by 16 in a cube. Yeah, I was talking about colors. One thing I would suggest people who are not that used to pixeling also use a limited color palette. That's something I would suggest to anyone. Let me quickly recreate the name Bart. Type character Bart. And I already fucked up because this is way too big. I can't. Okay, delete. Please say. Okay, we have to close Bart because that's not for me. That's already something that came with the editor. So Bart. There, I fucked this up. We want 16 by 16 by 16. As a developer myself, not as a game developer, but software developer, something I would suggest everyone, if you have a bigger project, use prefixes and maybe even suffixes. So usually I would call this character or player class Bart. You know, so you can easily, everything's grouped together when you have this huge list later out of assets. I won't use this now because this is just, like I said, a small project. We have 2 classes, 2 monsters, and so on and so forth. I see this here, they did it a little bit with the assets that they have. Like this is called pass end, pass fork, pass turn and 1, and so on and so forth. That's quite good. I would call, like if I make a torch, I would call this, depending on, I would call the torch like general, because you can use a torch in a city, you can use a torch in a dungeon, you can use a torch inside a house. Dungeon walls, I also see this here, they have different dungeon walls, dungeon wall with blood, dungeon wall with blood 2, and so on and so forth. So they already nudge you into this. But like I said, with characters, I would say put in like player character, of course, who wants something from me. This could also be a little bit of a long... Why do I constantly get messages, notifications, but I don't see anyone who sends me something? Let me check my phone real quick. I just wanted to make a part. Leave me alone. What do you want with... Okay. This is something, this is something. Okay, everything is out now. Jesus fucking Christ. Okay. So like I said, if you have stairs you only want to use in a house, call them house_stairs. If you want to have stairs you only want to use in a dungeon, call them dungeon_stairs. If you have stairs where you don't care, you don't have to necessarily do it immediately, because of course you can rename stuff. Then again, if you are already deep into development, I would say be careful with renaming things. It could fuck up your scripts. Okay, so we are doing the Bard character. Let me put sprite up again. And like I said, I'm using a 32 color scheme that you can see this, that they have already supplied with here. They have quite some good color schemes, to be quite honest. There's a 16-bit color, 16 color scheme, but I want 32. I want a little bit more colors. I feel confident now, a little bit more confident in using this, and yeah. Okay, let us give him some shoes. One thing I don't know yet is if you can mirror stuff. That's always a good thing. Display surface edges, ambient occlusion. Doesn't look like it, or I am blind. Doesn't seem to be like it. So usually what I like to exploit, for example, is that you can just, if I put this up, it immediately puts something here. So I don't have to do this manually, because oftentimes characters are kind of mirrored. You save like 50% work time. Here's some weird little pants. Then again, all the characters here that I have don't really wear pants, but let's give him a different color. I change this, yeah. So this nice diarrhea brown coloring. And he has, as you can see, let's zoom in on him so you can see him better. This is the little guy we are going to do. I also have to say that my brain works a lot better in 3D. I have to say. Oh yeah, if you hold down the Alt button, you copy the color that you're clicking on. And I love this! This is so good to make it so easy. Especially S-Point also uses the same thing. And it's so good. So it's giving a little bit of a teal thingy here. Wonderful. Make this 2. And since I already created the warrior, he doesn't really wear pants, so he is 3. Okay, so this is fine. This is the body. This is the you want to make sure, of course, all the characters are also the same size and stuff like that. Maybe, like I said, I've never developed my own game so far. I don't know how you do this. So this is a learning experience for me. Write down your sizes. Write down your what you want, how big you want stuff. So you're not. I would constantly make like, oh, this guy has now a body of 4 pixels high, voxels high, and so on and so forth, and it would be horrible, and you will hate it. So let's not do that. Let's give him. It looks like a little bit unhealthy color here. Where is a good European skin color? I don't want to be racist. I think it's fine. Are you using the same? I guess so. No, he doesn't. Okay. Already fucked up, huh? Oh well, it's just for a test game. Blank, blank. Nope, nope, nope. We do it this. Nah. Okay. So there's his little hands. Let's give him her face. Let's not do it like this. Let's make the face about as wide as the body. This is all just for testing purposes. Okay. The eyes are 2 pixels high. We give him let's give him beautiful blue eyes and the white. Okay, I like it so far. Saving. He has a little bit of brown hair. So, oh Jesus. Let's also give him hair here. And now we can fix this later. I also have to say, I'm very insecure about my drawing skills, so if you are like, hey, I could make a little jab to Ela about what he's drawing here, please don't. if you are like, yeah, I don't really see what you're doing there, I don't really understand, or this looks horrible, okay, fine. I also don't want this. This should be his little head starting here. Maybe we do his... Yeah, let's do it like this. There's his little head, and this is this color. Because like I said, I'm a little bit insecure when it comes to my drawing pixel skills. Because I know I haven't mastered it yet. If I had mastered it, I would be like, yeah, fuck you. I know that it's good. But it's the plot twist, I don't. So, let's do this. Okay. Looks like a monster. What's this? The warrior? Warrior's face is like 3 pixels high. His face is 3 pixels high, and then comes the... Where does the warrior... I guess because of the pants, because the warrior doesn't wear pants. That looks a little bit oddish, I think. I don't know. Let's give him a little feather. I don't know what's with me and feathers. I just like the idea of my characters having feathers in their heads. It's a little weird quirk of mine. So, it's inside the 16x16x16 thingy. Wonderful. We can also give him the loot. Let's give him the loot on the back. He doesn't wear it. I had to put the loot in front because plot twist, it's a 2D model. But here I can be a little bit more like this. Don't have a lot of play. These are like the strings. I think for pixel loot, that's not bad. Could be maybe if you put a black hole here and put it like this. It looks more lootish. No, that's horrible. Let's keep it like that. Just have to be careful. There's also some, I think, some rules you should do when you do this here, because you can put, I think you see this with the warrior. The warrior has little, these things here. These are connection points. And I have to check something real quick. Remove this. Warrior left hand. Let's do the sconce here, object model sconce. Oh, that doesn't work. Clear all. I know you're not seeing anything. Okay. Back. I don't have any weapons yet. Oh, let's design a weapon. New object. No, we have a sword here. Why can't I? Warrior left hand, object model, sword. It's not my sword, but there we go. So you can give him... this object also has an attach point here. And then you can merge here attach points. And so this warrior has a sword now. When I saw this, I was like, holy shit, I could do so much with that. Like different helmets, different boots, different armor. Theoretically, every character could just be like just some attach points that you change up or something. But I don't want to go overboard. A warrior should always look like this. His weapons can change. Maybe we can give him a little cloak or so, depending if he wears one. But considering here the I'm painted. So let me show you what I've had here. So my idea was this guy up here. Let me. This guy up here is the warrior. This is the knight, a monk, paladin, and a shield wizard. So these were my tanks. Then we had the melee damage dealer, which is the rogue, the archer, the fencer, the beastmaster, and the barbarian. Supporters are the bard, the dancer, the deckmaster, the jester, and the alchemist. Then we had scoundrels. That was the knife thrower up here. That was the knife thrower. This is the thief. Thief, ninja, assassin, thief, mage, and pirate. I don't know. I just had so many ideas. Don't ask me how I would ever make these like different classes. Like, what's the difference between a bard and a dancer? Bard could be like the bard is maybe someone who buffs the party, and the dancer is distracting the enemies or something like that. I don't know. There's so many possibilities. Then I had the idea. It's amazing when the brain focuses on something and you just go ham. I was like, how about different weapons? Like kind of like Guild Wars 2, where different weapons give you different skills, also based on the class, but that could also just be like totally crazy. There's something in WoW, or not that there's not something in WoW that a lot of people want, which is kind of like class skins. In WoW you have the paladin. The paladin is wielding holy light. So then you have the blood elves, who also have a paladin, but they are using more in the lore. They would use a different kind of magic than the human paladins, because when they came out in Burning Crusade, they kind of stole the magic from a divine being. So it would be the same class. The spells would do the same, but it just be called differently, like Blood Fury or something like that. Maybe something like this, different classes. I don't know. Maybe I also shouldn't have 6 different roles. I have to carry on. These are the healers, cleric, priest, druid, shaman, and mystic. And then we had wizard, summoner, blight master, puppeteer, and enchanter. The enchanter has a little broom that he enchanted. What's the difference between a puppeteer and a summoner? Puppeteer takes over enemies. How do you balance this? I don't know. It just sounded cool. what's the difference between a pirate and a fencer, or what? I don't know. I had like this huge Excel sheet where different classes also have, kind of like, if you remember my playthrough of the Dark Eye, where characters also have like survival skills, and some characters were better in the wilderness, and other characters were better in dungeons or in the streets, so they had streetwise, so, or in taverns where they could give you more money. And then I was like, how about you get started first before you sit down and create this ultra complex RPG and you haven't even written one single fucking line of code. And then RPG in a Box came, and I don't have to do a lot of things. Like making a voxel editor. I had a Python script that took this and cut it out in separate small 16 by 16 images down, and then depending on the script it loaded the image and so on and so forth, and god damn it, I don't know, I got crazy. I just wanted to show you how I would make a bard. Maybe we move the feather to the back, but I don't know. I'm not going to show like every single character that I'm doing, but if I feel like it, Wednesday is kind of where I'm free. On Monday, I'm watching Andoriella. On Tuesday, I'm watching Andoriella and CPC game. I always watch like 3 people at once. I don't know. I'm playing a video game. I have someone on the left monitor, someone on the right monitor, and someone in a different tab. And I also interact with the chat. And I don't know. I need it's distraction to keep the voices down. Anyways. So Monday, Andoriella, Tuesday, Gaming Burgie, Wednesday, I think CPC is not streaming today. Is he? I don't know, maybe. Maybe later, but he usually starts later. Then I stop working. So there's that. And yeah, Thursday, Andoriella again, Friday, Gaming Burgie, and Gaming Burgie is a German streamer. You wouldn't watch him. Both are German streamers. And of course CPC. I don't want to forget CPC. CPC is awesome. You should all follow CPC Gamer and watch him stream, because he is such a delightful person to interact with. And I am grateful that I met him thanks to Let's Play. So, okay. I made a bard in 30 minutes. Okay, it didn't take so long to make the bard. It's just a few pixels. But I think in this style I will carry on making the other characters. I will keep you guys updated. And this is the sandbox game. I can export them, or I think. Open file location. Yeah, with file location, I guess I can just import them to another, to a different game. So I can take the sandbox game and make my characters there and then just export them. Though I will most likely my proper RPG maybe with the other characters that I haven't, that I showed. I don't know. Then again, these are quite easy to make, and they show what they have to show. I kind of like that style, to be quite honest. I mean, yeah, This is Justin. This is the creator of this. His is, yeah, he's a little bit taller, but it also looked quite nice. I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you? I'm also not sure if I want to do a lot of animation. I mean, my idea for the big RPG is overworld exploration, kinda like the Might and Magic series. Might and Magic 3, 4, and 5. You have your cells, your squares, and you walk one square to the other, and make them look like a forest or something, but like you have your 15 by 15 layout, and there you have all the stuff. Combat, I want something like the Gold Box games with a few twists. One idea was that I want to make... My problem with melee fighters is that they often don't really have a... They are just like, okay, attack, attack, attack. I want to give them like a reason. So taunts definitely will be a thing. Another thing I wanted to do is that you can use the environment. I saw this in Fort Triumph, which is kind of like XCOM in medieval times. And I kind of like that. You could, for example, use your fighter to push down a tree, and then the tree fell over a goblin. Something like that. Like a mage could cast a fireball or a firewall, and then the warrior can, like if the enemies are smaller than him, he could just like pick them up and throw them like 2 squares into the fire. Or if they are like the same size as him, he could push them with a shield, only 1 square. And bigger enemies, of course, you can't do that. Something like that. Maybe? Then again, I have to see how I can make even smaller guys like this. Since they're not using the whole 16 by 16 by 16. Yeah, we will see. We will see. So that was an idea where you could maybe even combine things. But that would get a little bit crazy. But yeah, I don't know. Anyways, I'm rambling. I will carry on voxeling. And I thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. And we'll see each other soon. So take care and hit the like button.